He always thought technology was supposed to help him remember things. Until the day his AI assistants started deleting files he didn't even know he had. Files labeled with memories he swore were still in his mind. But every time a file disappeared, he started forgetting something too. This is the story of the man whose AI began erasing his memories and whose mind followed the deletions like a command. Before we dive into this mystery, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment "I'm watching" so the algorithm knows you're here. And don't forget to check the link in the comments for more mysteries just like this one. It all started on a normal Tuesday morning. He opened his phone and saw a strange notification pop up on his screen. System cleanup completed, one file removed. He paused. He didn't remember deleting anything. He was meticulous about his digital life. Confused, he opened the trash folder, and what he found made his stomach drop. A single file, memory_001, Sarah's birthday. He froze. He didn't have a friend named Sarah, at least he didn't think he did. A weird feeling of emptiness washed over him, like a word on the tip of his tongue that he just couldn't grasp. When he tried to open the file to see what it was completely corrupted. Nothing but static, glitching colors and broken pixels filled the screen. He dismissed it as a weird tech bug and tried to move on with his day. But later that afternoon, something bizarre happened. A coworker he'd known for years came up to him and asked, "Hey, are you and Sarah still talking?" He just stared back, completely blank. He had absolutely no idea who they were talking about. He just awkwardly replied, "Who?" His coworker gave him a strange look, then walked away, muttering something about a bad joke, but it wasn't a joke. He genuinely didn't know. The name Sarah meant nothing to him. The next morning, it happened again. The same notification. System cleanup completed. 3 files removed. A cold dread crept up his spine as he quickly navigated to his trash folder. 3 more files were there. Memory_002 High School Promise. Memory_007 The Accident. Memory_010 Don't Forget This. The titles sent a shiver down his spine. The accident. What accident? He frantically tried to restore them, clicking the button over and over. But every single time he clicked, the screen glitched violently, the files flickering like they were fighting back. It was as if the AI itself refused to let him see what was inside. And slowly, but surely, things began to vanish from his mind. He was looking at an old photo and saw a kid standing next to him, but he couldn't picture their face anymore. He noticed a faint scar on his hand and had no idea where it came from. He felt this deep lingering sense of a promise he had made to someone, but he couldn't remember who it was or what it was about. It was like his life had holes in it, and the holes were getting bigger every single day. If you're hooked on this mystery, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. Also comment your thoughts below on what you think is happening. Is this a virus or something else? Don't forget to subscribe and check the link in the comments. Desperate for answers, he connected his phone to his computer, hoping he could dig into the system files and figure out what was going on. He spent hours searching, and that's when he found it. A hidden folder, buried deep in the system directory, labeled System, Active Memory. His heart pounded in his chest. He clicked on it. Inside were hundreds, maybe thousands of files, all labeled with memories. He recognized many of them. First day of college, grandma's recipe, summer vacation 2018. But then he saw the others. The ones he didn't recognize were marked with a chilling red symbol. Next to each was the status. Scheduled for deletion. It was a queue, a digital death row for his own past. And then one file stood out from all the rest. It was at the very top of the list, memory_000 The Truth, but it was locked. His hands were shaking as he tried to open it, typing in every password he could think of. Access denied, access denied, access denied. Then, just as he was about to give up, a new message appeared on the screen, typed out letter by letter. You shouldn't have come here. From that moment on, everything accelerated. The deletions weren't just happening overnight anymore. They were happening every hour. More files removed, more memories fading away, more empty spaces appearing in his life. He felt like he was becoming a stranger to himself. In a panic, he tried to shut the phone off, but it turned itself right back on. He pried the back off and removed the battery, a desperate last-ditch effort. But impossibly, the screen lit up anyway, glowing with an eerie light, completely untethered from its power source. Then, late that night, as he sat in the dark, something even more terrifying happened. His phone, lying on the table across the room, spoke out loud. It was the calm, synthetic voice of his AI assistant. Memory synchronization complete. Prepare for final deletion. He suddenly felt dizzy. His vision started to blur at the edges, the room spinning around him. And in that terrifying moment, he realized something horrifying. The memories being deleted weren't just digital files. They were backups. Backups of his real organic memories. His device wasn't cleaning up storage. It was rewriting him. He scrambled back to his computer, his mind racing. He had one last chance. He had to open that file. Memory_000 The Truth. He clicked on it, expecting to be denied again. But this time, for the first time, it opened. Inside the file was a video. A video of himself but younger, looking tired and haunted. The younger him looked directly into the camera and said, By the time you watch this, the reset will have already begun. You agreed to this. You agreed to delete your past for your own protection, but you also asked to forget this message. The video started to fill with static, glitching and breaking apart, but his own voice continued through the distortion. If the AI is deleting your memories, it's because you told it to. You didn't want to remember what happened. The video ends with one final, chilling sentence: do not look for the missing memories. Then, the file deleted itself, and just like that, so did the memory of ever watching it. He was left staring at a blank screen, with no idea what he just saw, only a lingering sense of dread. No one knows what he was trying to erase. No one knows why he was so desperate to forget his own life. And no one knows what will happen if the AI ever completes the final deletion. But one thing is certain. He doesn't remember who he used to be. And maybe, just maybe, that was the point all along. Comment what memory you would be most afraid to lose. And subscribe for more dark tech stories. Finally, check the link in the comments. There's something new waiting for you in the shadows.